Hello, I'm Diana Brown. With me, of course, is
Jim Skiba.
And we're coming to you from Macy's Union Square in San Francisco. And if you saw our past video, you know that we're here talking about the reading of Secret Lives of Water Drops happening on October 1st in the wine bar location at Macy's Union Square. I'm back here because after our first conversation, I was so intrigued, I wanted to know about book 2. Now, book 2 takes place about 15 years before book 1. And again, we're following Lily for some more of her adventures. Jim, tell us about what happens with Lily in book 2.
Well, in book 2, Lily is starting to tell a story to some other water drops. She wants to explain something that happened to her when she traveled to Vermont a few years ago. And so she starts off saying they have these wonderful helicopters that you can ride. She did not know that the helicopters are really from maple trees. And so she was riding with her mother on these helicopters in the autumn season. And they were surrounded by sugar maple trees, lots of birds. But as you know, in Vermont, winter comes very early.
And in full force.
So before long, it was getting cold, and they were afraid they were going to get frozen. Well, we're not going to tell you what happens about that. But before long, they get carried on some boots inside of the house, where all these little children are getting ready for a special occasion.
We're not going to spoil it, but we do want you to know that she's telling the story to the friend she made in the first book, Poppy, as well as another friend you'll learn about in book 1. Jim, I'm not going to give it away, but I know part of the secret of this book. There is one thing that they see that is magical. I won't give too much away, and that is the Northern Lights. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the Northern Lights, you've got to be pretty far north. You can't usually see them from Vermont, but if you get a little closer to the North Pole, you have a much better chance.
Ooh, the North Pole and winter. I think we know where this might be going, but we won't give any more away. I hope you'll join us on October 1st at 3 p.m. in Macy's Union Square in San Francisco for the reading from book 1. Jim will be there, I will as well, and hopefully so will you. Until then, thanks everybody.
Thanks, Diana.
Thank you, Jim.